Hey, Courtney Smith here with a commentary on what's going on in today's market. One of the critical aspects that's really weighing on the market in the background, not in the foreground, but in the background, is the constant amount of political crises going on around the world. We've seen an increase in the amount of political crises over the last couple of months. For example, Pakistan is on the verge of collapse right now. We're also seeing that Iran is coming out and saying that they are now a nuclear power, and my question to you is, what is Israel going to do about it? There's a good chance that Israel will be bombing Iran in the near future. In addition, we have the constant background wars going on in the Congo and other parts of Africa. Those aren't affecting the market too much right now, but should they spread to areas where there is a lot of raw materials, such as Zaire and copper, then you're going to see a lot more important, you're going to see it hit to the front headlines. South Africa is not that far away. We could see some problems there. The economy is slowing, and there's a lot of social unrest coming on. But speaking of social unrest, we're seeing a lot of social unrest in Europe. Greece, riots. France, riots. Eastern Europe is starting to have riots. These riots are coming about largely because of the global economic slowdown, and which is also creating an increase in crime in the United States. Bank robberies, for example, in New York City are skyrocketing due to the global economic slowdown. So with this background in place, that creates an uncertainty for people, and people don't like uncertainty. The stock market doesn't like uncertainty. It needs uncertainty, but it doesn't like it. And so what's happening is these political pressures in the background are creating a negative background feature for the marketplace, and that's not a good thing at all. Over time, these will resolve themselves, and over time there's always background political crises. Right now, because of the threats in Pakistan and Iran, those have been ramped up over the last week. The market's been up over the last week, but I believe it would have been up more if these things had not occurred. And I believe that these two things in Pakistan and Iran will be factors that will cause the market to drop lower in the coming week. The big crisis in Pakistan relates to the previous Prime Minister, who I met in 1998 when he was still the Prime Minister of Pakistan. I was at a conference in Hong Kong and had the opportunity to meet with him. I have to say he had a certain amount of charisma, but he had the charisma of a thug. I felt like I was in the presence of a mafia don, not the head of a state. But perhaps you need to have the charisma and the thuggishness to be the president of Pakistan. I don't know. Pakistan is critical, of course, because it's bordering that and Afghanistan are where the Taliban and Al-Qaeda are really the strongest in the whole world. And as a result, if there's a breakdown or a societal collapse in Pakistan, it will increase the potential for terrorism around the world. Now, this foreign prime minister is making a big push onto the current prime minister, and he's creating a lot of rioting in the streets. We're going to see a lot of deaths in the next coming several weeks as there's a power struggle continues. The guy I met, the old guy, Sharif, like I say, he impressed me as a thug, not as an intellectual. And I do not anticipate him to back down. He's back into the country. He was kicked out for corruption 10 years or so ago, and I could see why. When I met him, that was the whole feeling I got from him. That's it for today. Talk to you later.